The Neon Ghost Show.
Are you ready?
Oh, look, you got a headset now.
Can you hear me with it?
Yep.
Yeah, I had to use my son's headset and everything. So I was like, man, I sounded like crap on the last one. Gotta want to sound a little bit better this time.
Nice. You do sound better this time.
Perfect.
Nice. So what yesterday was the Lynnwood Card Show, or this weekend, I guess?
Yeah, Lynnwood Card Show Saturday. That's the first time they set up over there. That was really nice. They had, man, there's a couple thousand people that came through. It was busy. It was busy. Like front row generally has, crazy lines and everything for it. This one had exact same thing. This one had 100 tables. And 2.5 hours to 3 hours of it was just gangbusters. It was people standing at the table the entire time.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, it was good. It was more than we expected. We expected it to be busy. There hasn't been a card show in Lynnwood in a long time. The issue that you run into that we never think of, we think there's enough parking, like wherever these shows are.
Yeah.
There's never enough parking. Everything fills up. So people were parking blocks away and then walking into it, which that's what you heard the most complaints about. Also heard like the complaints about not enough sports cards, which they don't understand. Like the people who host these events, like that's not up to them. They're trying to get everybody they possibly can in there. There's not a lot of sports guys who want to who go to these ones who will give a percentage to sell their stuff. So their stuff's always marked high. There's a lot more collectors in sports than there are in like Pokemon and stuff right now. Yeah. And they don't want to let things go for, 85%. Like, why? Why would they do that?
Yeah.
So that's the difference with it. And it was like an 80-20, I guess, with sports and TCG.
Nice. Yeah. Turn the microphone more towards your mouth.
Here?
Yeah, there we go.
Better? Yeah. Okay, good.
What cool stuff came across the table?
So at this show, I didn't do a lot of buying and selling. We had, like, I picked up a Justin Herbert rookie card, triple colored patch auto, because I feel like Chargers are just getting better. We got to see a lot of good downtowns and all your basic stuff. These smaller shows really don't have like the crazies. The crazies come out at the front row. That's when the guys bring up the briefcases where they're like, can I pop this down? And it's like, like smoke with it. And I'm like, damn,
like the, what is it? The Pulp Fiction, the gold reflector comes out over the eye.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what happens at those shows. These shows are more the, you'll get the cool dual autos and fun things but you see them more frequently.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a lot of these guys had cool Pokemon cards, things like that. But it was just really, man, a lot of the individuals. Why I like these shows a lot is because people don't feel intimidated going to these ones to go buy and to go walk around. They'll do their first card shows at this, and it's 100 tables. It's easy to navigate. They can deal with it. Front row is different with 440 tables. Like, that's a lot of pressure. People feel pressure. People feel like they're getting bumped into all the time. Like, you were there with your daughter. Like, it's shoulder to shoulder. Like, you try to look at a table, but you're being kind of like boxed in by wagons and briefcases and, Zions galore.
I think we talked about it last time. That's also the difference in you and your shop is you're more about the relationship and the hobby itself rather than what do you have? What do you want to buy from me? So going to little ones like this help you grow and educate people on the hobby.
Yeah, because we're able to do TikTok lives yesterday. You're able to do a lot more in this type of a setting. And then you could have the conversations with the people with their first times there, a little bit longer conversation with them, or the guys who, what we run into a lot at these shows are people who have never been to a show and they've never sold cards before. So they may go onto eBay, we'll show them how to comp the card and it sells for 80. They're like, cool, I want 80. Yep, that makes sense.
Yes,
let me help you understand why I can't give you 80 in the most respectful way. Yeah. And that's a lot of the difference with like these small shows to bigger ones. Some of the dealers, not all of them, but some of the dealers are just like, get the hell out of here. Like, what are you talking about? I take the time to say, this is why I can pay you, 75, 80%. If you want to sell on eBay, go for it. You'll get 86 to 87% there. You can go make 6% more doing it your own, or you can sell it to me and make it this. Yeah. Instant gratification.
Yep. So since I'm learning about, cards and stuff, explain to me, and are they rare to find? Because I think I have one, what the Tiffany trading cards were?
Yeah, Tiffany Co. Tiffany is like the jewelry company. They actually created
Oh,
card sets.
I
Yeah.
didn't realize it was that.
Yeah, so they created card sets back in what is it, like 89, 90.
Yeah.
It might have even been earlier than that. I just remember that I had a Ken Griffey Jr. rookie sealed box come through from Tiffany. And they had just a different back. They might have it's like a glossy pink back, I believe, is what the ones for the Tiffany. They sell significantly higher because obviously junk wax era, 80s, 90s, early 2000s junk wax era. But the Tiffany one, that was a limited run. So they had it wasn't serial numbered cards, it was serial numbered box. So that was the difference between the two. Now you can buy individuals now, and those cards sell, reasonable. It's not crazy expensive, but there still could be the hundreds of dollars for those cards.
What on the tops cards? You're looking at the back, and I've seen what A, C, E, D, and then an asterisk. What does that little letter mean?
So up in the top left, when you're looking at it, they have series 1, 2, and update for like their flagship products. So they're going to have different numbers on those based upon the card number that are inside the set. Say a set is 1 through 500, then series 2 they're going to come out with. They can do the 1 through 500 again, but they'll put different asterisks and stuff with it. What you generally look for on those cards is Topps did it really well last year, and then they went away from it again. I don't know why, but they used to say SSP on the back of it. It was really cool. Now you have to look at these little tiny micro numbers, and does it end in a 49? Does it end in a 27? Like, how does it end? That's how you look for like the variations. Basically, the numbers on there with it will show you the variation of the card if you can't tell that why the picture's different. Because some cards you can look at, like there'll be like a Julio Rodriguez card, and he's getting water dumped on the back of him. That's a short print. His regular card is him standing there with a baseball bat. People who aren't understanding and trained to look on cardboard connection stuff to see these things, they're just gonna think it's just a regular basic card because they're not always turned around inside the pack. Unfortunately, I know when I first got back into the sports stuff that I was throwing away short prints because I had no clue what they were. So yeah, that's generally what the numbers are, what number the card is in the set, and then if they're short printed or not.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
It has literally been like we talked about last time. It's been my new addiction of opening cards. The kid and I just got 2022 box set of WWE for Christmas.
Oh yeah.
And we legit she takes half, I take half, and we take part in rip them, and she now knows what to look for in numbers, and she found me a yellow refractor Seth Rollins, which he's my favorite. But
Yeah.
then and she's literally holding it, going through it. She's like, "Oh, dad. And I'm like, "What?" She goes, "It's numbered." I was like, "Okay." And she goes, "No, you
Yeah.
understand." And then she turns around. I was like, "Oh, damn, let me see that."
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
fun.
It's
That's
so fun.
I think that's what the cool thing is. We have a couple of the customers that come into our shop that he does it with his daughter, and they actually just pulled a Aaron Judge on card auto from Topps Update the paper. But it's on card auto 35th anniversary, and it looks like a short print. And he got to pull it with his daughter, and she wants to keep it. Like right now, it's around like $1,200, $1,300 for the card. She doesn't care about the money. He doesn't care about the money. He just wants her to have it. Like they brought it to me, and I put it in one of the one touches and made it look beautiful for him. They don't care about the money whatsoever. And this isn't like a crazy well-off family. They opened that together during Christmas. They bought a couple packs. They have that memory. They may sell it in the future, but right now, like that bonding experience was everything to them.
Oh yeah. Yep. Oh,
I
wait.
love helping create those memories.
I'll be right back. Hold on.
Yeah.
This is the coolest thing I found this weekend. So I was at the Paramount and I had a break and I walked up the street. There's I don't know, they call them vintage malls, but it's all the stuff we wore in high school that's now 80 and $90.
I
But
know.
looking around, and Dennis Rodman, my favorite all-time basketball
Yeah.
player, right? So I found this card, got home at I don't know 10 or 11 last night. She's in bed, and I'm like, "Hey, are you going to sleep? Like, are you awake enough?" She was like, "Yeah." I turned her light on. I go, "Look what I found." So I found this little Dennis Rodman card,
Oh yeah. It's a
right?
sick die cut. It's a
And
thick
then
card too. Get out of here. What the hell?
is that not cool as hell? And it
I've
says
never seen that. That is cool as hell.
when the little card says Rodman skies for a board. And I can't, it doesn't come out like it stops there. I mean, I could
Yeah.
maybe wiggle it up, but I don't want to, but it stops there.
I that is rad. I want to see that. You're gonna have to message me what that set is from. Or send me a picture of the back of that card because I want to look at that set now to see what other variations they have.
There's
I
a,
think I need that card.
it's a 97 upper deck, but yeah, I'll send you
Okay.
pictures. But
Yeah.
I literally, they only wanted $30 for it. And I was like, even the fact, like, okay, you could look at $30 for that, but my brain was like, but that's Dennis Rodman. Like, that's my dude. And
Yeah.
I was looking at it, it was in the case, and I saw this little, I was like, this is like, could I see this for a second? You could tell the dude, like, it was just there. And I slid it out and I was like, yo, can I get this, please? And he was like,
Yeah.
sure. And I was like, cool, thanks. I
Yeah.
walked out being like, you don't know what you just had, sir.
Yeah, that is so. Yeah, it's a debit or credit. Let's go.
Yep. But so then
That's
I came home and I
awesome.
showed it to her and I was showing her the card. And she was like, that's awesome. I was like, no, watch this. And I slowly pulled it out. And she was like, Dad, that's awesome.
That's exactly what I said. I was like, oh, that's dope. That's a dope die cut.
Yep.
What'd you
Yeah.
just do?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yep. It's
cool.
awesome. So I sent you, I figured let's start the new year
Yep.
recapping last year. And I sent you category list of,
Yeah.
and it was so funny. I was driving around. I was like, you know what? Like I don't know Garrett. I'm not going to call Garrett a wrestling nerd. Garrett is a wrestling historian. I told you he used to wrestle, so like he knows everything. So
Yeah.
when I'm at events, when there's the Royal Rumble or things happening when we're doing events, I will legit have my laptop open and it playing with my headphones in, like while I'm doing my notes, getting ready, and he'll come over and tell me all kinds of things, and we go down rabbit holes, re-listening to our stuff. I don't think I've ever had a friend that I can just go down rabbit holes who knows as much as I do, or I'm telling you, you're telling me. So that's what made me think of, man, if we could, and we're both busy, so maybe we don't do it once a week, but if we keep up enough on Raw that we could totally, and so I hit you up and you were like, yeah, I'm in. Like there was no questions. I don't even
Yeah.
think there was a 5-minute delay. You were like, I'm in.
No.
Absolutely.
I've been waiting for the text. You kidding me? Since last
Yep.
time, I tell everybody,
So
I was like, you guys, I said, y'all got to listen to this. I was like, it is, it is so much fun talking about it with somebody else who gets it and has the passion and like just the joy that it brings to us from a childhood till now. That like we can allow ourselves to lose sight of that. It's scripted and have fun with the storylines and like have fun with the character building and like that's what I had to do when I was a kid. Like that was an awesome little escape from my brain. That's what I do now when I watch it. Like I understand like that dude ain't a real tribal chief, but guess what? Every week I put that one up.
because he's my tribal chief.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's what, when I explain it to, especially when I'm at work now and like I'll have it on, when we're getting ready for whatever, and I'll have the younger 20-year-olds who work for me who don't understand like why I watch it. And I said, well, you watch movies, don't you? Movies have stuntmen. Who cares if it's scripted? That dude is still jumping off a 20-foot cage going through a table. It's a real life person doing that for me to watch. So that's part of all of why I'm in.
Yep.
Yep. So when I sent you the list, my brain was like, oh, like here's the category list. Awesome. And I actually stole it from have you ever heard Freddie Prinze Jr.'s podcast?
Yeah, I've heard of the podcast. I haven't
So
listened to it, but I've heard it. Yeah.
it's real good and his knowledge of it. So he had
Oh,
his,
nice.
but he's also a WWE and AEW fan, and
Sure.
we agree AEW is trash. But so I
Yeah.
stole the list from him. I sent it to you. My brain went, oh, easy. Then I started thinking about it. I was like, and that's not really that easy. I'm gonna have to. So I spent the last couple hours going like, I gotta narrow this down. Like I now have to think of this because I can easily name ones. But was that this year? Was that last year? So
Right.
I made our list. You have it. I have it.
I did. Yeah. I did. And I did the same thing. Like, because I do watch parts of AEW. I watch a lot more WWE. There are things that AEW does that's really fire. But I'm also not just a WWE fangirl. Like I do enjoy some of the characters that AEW develops, or even ones that they steal from WWE and then develop them as well, they do some really cool storylines that could be outside of the realm of WWE's box they have to continuously do.
Yes. And they do have, I mean, we have said Darby Allin is an amazing character. He just does way more than he needs to. Orange Cassidy is an amazing character. And I don't think either of those guys would be the same if they came to or were in WWE. So I get why they're there, but that's why I keep up with AEW and that. But I couldn't tell you any storylines or anything going on in AEW.
Yeah. And see, that's where my research and my understanding of like ones that matches I've watched from it. Like I'll go back and watch on YouTube, like certain guys have gone over there before and following like Adam Copeland. And because I enjoy watching his matches, I like how he wrestles. Yeah. I do. So for me, I can go back and watch those, like, or, or Adam Page. Like I enjoyed how he wrestled in WWE. I enjoyed different storylines. So like I can go back and check those out when I'm just laying in bed or just slow in the shop and throw it on YouTube and watch those matches again.
Yeah. But I'm not tuning in on whatever nights they have their things. No, I got time for that. I got WWE.
No, I'll watch the specific matches that I want to watch. Yeah.
So let's start with the order I sent it to you in. For 2025, who's your men's wrestler of the year?
Okay. So again, this goes basically the same way that I was just saying it. Mine is Adam Page, Hangman Adam Page. The storytelling that he was able to do, and they had these matches with Swerve. If you haven't got a chance to check that out, like Swerve Strickland and him, the storytelling in the matches, some of the best matches that I've ever seen in my life. Like the storyline was actually like compelling. It was actually every video that I'm trying to check up with. Again, wasn't watching the shows all the time, but I would continuously watch how this was progressing with him because I like Adam Page. I wish that he would have stayed with WWE. I get why he went to develop a character and go do what he's doing. But for me personally, I think that he wins men's wrestler of the year because what he was able to do in AEW with Swerve and that storyline was a tribal chief-esque type of deal. It was rad. It really was.
Their promos were on point too. Like there were times you were like, "Oh, damn!" He's like the things they were throwing at you. Oh,
yeah, and that was the times where I'm like, should I watch AEW? And then I'd watch it to the next part and like, I should not watch AEW. I should just continue. I should just continuously watch the match that I want to watch and stick that way. Yeah,
agreed. So mine was LA Knight, and when I was looking at it, he had the most matches of any wrestler in 2005. From January to December, he had 67 matches.
Yeah.
And every match, like we were watching, we wanted to, like, I still think dude should have the title. Like, let's go. Yeah. And everyone was, whether it was for the US title or whatever it was for, like we were watching. And remember when he did his angle with Logan Paul and it was like old school WWE. Logan gets home and dude's in his pool. Like,
I loved it. Yeah.
So, yeah, mine was LA Knight for 20.
He was my top 3. He was in my top 3. Not gonna lie. My issue that I had with that is that like WWE for some reason doesn't push him over the hump. And it drives me bonkers because like the guy on the mic is old school. And it's so great because it plays to so many different levels and generations that he I don't know about WWE champion, but boy, him and like Guerrero having a title match and like him getting that belt would have been phenomenal. Yeah. No, I use top 3 for sure.
I also think he may go down, like we look back on Jake the Snake Roberts, Razor Ramon, like guys who never held the title, but that doesn't mean they're not Hall of Famers and great guys. So I think even if he never gets that push, he still will go down as one of those guys.
With that, real quick, just a spin-off question. Do you think that he needs a memorable match, though, like a big match to help him get there? The reason I ask this because like Jake the Snake has those memorable matches, Stone Cold King of the Ring, right? Razor Ramon, Shawn Michaels, ladder match, Intercontinental title match, or losing to the 1-2-3 Kid on Monday Night Raw. He had matches that really like cemented him in what he did. LA Knight has had a lot with it. I just can't look back and say like, dang, like that match, I will forever remember that match. Like that was phenomenal because we talked about it. We have it on the list from other like the match of the year. That way he wasn't in my top 5 for match of the years.
That's a fair statement. That's a real fair statement. I guess, yeah, because now that you say that, I can't think of did you see this match with him? but yet, as we just said, we both know who he is, and like
Hmm.
he's the guy. He's my number one last year. He's in year three, so yeah. But also maybe he just hasn't got there yet.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, he's been in triple threat matches that were phenomenal. He's been in some fun ones with that.
And he's had some great feuds, but I think you're
He's
right. I
had
think he
some great
hasn't had
feuds.
that maybe he hasn't had his moment yet. But maybe that's why we talked on the last one. Maybe that's why they wrote him off. He can come back in the room. Maybe we'll roll into his moments.
I think he will, and I think that's why they did it, because I think he needs that push because the fan base doesn't. The fan base is staying with him no matter where he's at, what he's doing, who he's feuding with. He's the baby face, and they love him for it.
Yep. Okay, so who's your women's wrestler of the year?
I am super biased on this one. Mine was Rhea Ripley. Like the women's division with Rhea Ripley is mega. It's on top. Without her, like I don't know who you fall to. Like Io Sky is obviously fantastic. The lack of the English, honestly, is what kind of like I want her to trash talk, and it's kind of tough. It's kind of like the Oscar-esque type of thing where you think they're saying something funny because their mannerisms, everything they're doing. Mine is Rhea. Like you can put her against anybody, and it looks like a banger. You put her against that Nia Jax that seems to, just Nia Jax is we all know her, but like mine is Rhea. Mine is Rhea Ripley because Rhea Bloody Ripley can sell out stadiums. She's that damn
Yeah.
good.
And when she was a baby face, she was good. She's much better as a heel. She's good. When she's in a faction, she's good. Like
Right.
I agree with you. She's what before the whole retirement thing, she's what John Cena was and what I felt Dolph Ziggler was and Natalia is. Like it doesn't matter. Put them in with someone's first match, mid
Mm-hmm.
Carter. They're going for the title. We never argue because they're going to make that story look good. So I agree. She was my number two. My number one was Liv Morgan.
Yeah, I had Liv Morgan up there. She was my number two. For Liv Morgan was my number two. Yeah, people
She
love
had
her comebacks and stuff.
she had the title. She dropped the title. She got injured. She came back, got the tag team titles, and then she played the big part in Mysterio Cena match. Like that. Mine for the year was Liv Morgan.
Yeah, I could 100,000% see that absolutely. I want to circle though. We were just talking about like LA Knight and not having the match with Rhea Ripley. What kept clicking in my brain is why I kept looking at like her and Charlotte Flair's feud when she finally beat Charlotte Flair and she won the title. Like that was like her match. That match catapulted her because when she lost the year before to Charlotte Flair, it actually damaged her reputation and her character. When she wound up beating her, she was unstoppable.
Yeah.
And like her stardom was crazy.
Yep.
And that's that Liv Morgan is dope though too. Because her comeback, every time she comes back, it feels like a complete division. Absolutely.
Yeah. Like
I agree.
she has to be there. Yep.
Yep.
What was your match of the year?
Dude, I don't know how you say anything different than this one. Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens at the Royal Rumble.
Oh,
Brother, I've
yep.
physical match, storytelling. Like Cody finally unleashes rage, Kevin Owens unleashing rage. Those bumps that they were taking on
Dude,
the
that ladder
ladders,
bump. I thought Cody Rhodes killed a guy.
I thought he was dead. I was on the edge of my seat the entire time watching that match. I didn't want that match to end.
Yeah.
Like the crowd was chanting, "This is awesome!" a million times during the match. I've rewatched that match at least 10 times because like they were fluid. Everything that they did, like they scripted that so damn well, and then the parts they went off script fit so damn well. And that was like at a hype for me where I'm like, man, this is Kevin Owens. This is what Kevin Owens brings to these storylines. And Cody just blew it out of the water because Cody's not one of my favorite guys. That match though, my goodness, I put that up in my top 5 for these all-time matches that I've seen that I love. I can go back and rewatch that match and be like, yep, like I feel like I missed this part before. I'm like stoked to see it again.
What do you think Kevin Owens comes back at the Rumble?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're going to bring more people back. I think Jericho comes back tonight.
I saw that on the dirt sheets.
Yeah, I think he comes back tonight, so that's not going to be too anything. But I think his injuries are better. I think he's kind of like recouped again. I think he comes back at the Rumble. I think they give him a big push again. Kevin Owens with the title is hilarious.
It's never not money.
Exactly. And that's the same thing with Seth Rollins. Same thing. When you have him in the light, never not money.
Yeah.
Anything he makes anybody look good.
So if we were producing the show, do we have LA Knight win the Rumble or do we have returning Kevin Owens win the Rumble?
I don't know if you see, my problem is like with either one of those guys, how do you keep them relevant enough through after Royal Rumble to WrestleMania? Like they have to win every single week. Then LA Knight would be the guy for that push, not Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens has to lose to get him pissed. And Kevin Owens has to get beat up to make the storylines fun. He does a lot of physical storylines as to where LA Knight can keep you entertained on the microphone every single week where Kevin Owens has to. It's great when he has another partner to play off of, a Seth Rollins during COVID,
The Sami
right?
Zayn.
Sami Zayn's of the world, right?
Yeah.
He's good with that. How many different partners can he have until WrestleMania that would keep me entertained? I don't know. Matches phenomenal. Watching him win the Royal Rumble and then talk about it all the way to WrestleMania, I don't know. I see LA
So
Knight could do that.
would it be fair? So LA Knight wins, and we know he's going to get his shot. Whereas they could, for whatever reason, just decide the month before the Royal WrestleMania that Kevin Owens is getting title shot, and we wouldn't argue.
Right. Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Because I hope they don't go like the generic way of like a Braun Breaker winning, because he's having his titles right now. He's having his title fight. They're doing the whole thing with the Vision. I hope they don't go the generic way with it. Like, I don't think Cody should have won 2 years in a row. I get why they did it. They had to do that for storyline wise. But again, I think the Royal Rumble can propel other people's careers more like the King of the Ring used to do.
Yes.
Now the Royal Rumble can do that.
Yeah. Do you think they put Braun over CM Punk?
No, and the reason I think that now is because I think that they screwed themselves over, and they released a match lineup, and it's CM Punk versus oh my gosh, who does the bomb on Braun Breaker's team? I'm drawing a blank.
Bronson Reed.
Bronson Reed. They did it. They did a thing of Bronson Reed and CM Punk for the title. They released like a snippet by mistake at one of the venues. So I think Bronson Reed's going to get a title shot next against CM Punk.
Good, because I don't think Bronson needs the title yet. Maybe someday, but for me, he's like a newer Gunther. Like maybe he can get there, but I'm not sold on him yet. Like let's pump the brakes here.
I pump the brakes, give them tag titles, do something like that. Like, have them go against the Usos. Something fun with that would be kind of cool to see that happen.
Yep.
Yeah.
What was so my match of the year, and you got to hear me out, was Cena and Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam. And it was simply because that was the best match Cena had in the last decade. Because he always goes in, he plays the hits, it is what it is. But like that actually was, me watching it, a compelling match. I also think, same with you, Cody Rhodes isn't even in my top 10.
Yeah.
But for that match, Cena made Rhodes look good in that match. And I think it kind of reminded us what Cena's capable of doing, and it showed us what Rhodes can do, but for some reason doesn't always do.
Correct. Yeah. And and in that one too, Cena wasn't really doing in a lot of Cena's matches, he's talking, you can see him actually talking to the guys, counting it down, tapping shoulders. A lot of other guys make that. In that match, he didn't do a lot of that. They just really worked very well together. No, it's true. That was a fantastic match. It really was. It was up on my list, but I just
yours is a better pick than mine. 100%. I'll give you that.
I enjoyed watching that because it's like that. Dang, like this is what Cody could do. This is rad. Yeah. I agree.
But then he doesn't do it. It's like, what, man? What was your storyline of the year?
Okay. Storyline of the year is Seth Rollins and CM Punk. I think I could watch them all the time. The hatred that I feel like they actually genuinely have for each other is amazing. The double twist with Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar that they had in there, amazing. Like I felt it coming, but then I was like, does he have to go with CM Punk because that's his boy from the beginning? And then like it's a double twist with Seth Rollins. I think that was probably my storyline of the year is them two. Because I was compelled every week to figure out what the hell is going to happen with it.
I'm gonna jump ahead. That was actually my rivalry of the year because to me, they are, when we were little, they are what Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels were.
Yeah.
Every time they were in that ring together, It was going to be magic. Something was going to happen. Well, a couple years ago when CM Punk came back and you saw Seth Rollins losing his mind, we knew as fans of behind it, that was not scripted. That dude was legitimately pissed off, and that made me
Yep.
like, "Fuck, what are we gonna do?" And then now watching the videos when he came out with the fake crutches, dropped them, like
Oh
I
gosh.
feel like then, like they say, then now forever. Anytime those two guys are gonna go at it, that's prime wrestling right there, and that's what we had with Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart back in the day.
Oh, absolutely true. Absolutely true. Yep. That's probably why I like
My
it so much.
my storyline here, it's going to be cliche, but it was Cena's retirement thing. He went all the matches he
Uh,
had: Cody Rhodes, Dominic Mysterio, AJ Styles, Logan Paul, Seth Rollins, Randy Orton, CM Punk. He was in the Rumble. He was in the Elimination Chamber. The Gunther match was trash, but the send off was great. So my storyline of the year was his retirement tour.
I see it. I appreciate it. I definitely acknowledge what you mean. Yeah, I get it. I do get it. My I think my problem with it only is that I am such like a nostalgia guy. Like open the forbidden door. Like it would have been so cool to see some of the stuff. Now, if I just go based upon what it's doing, I do appreciate it what they did with him, and that is it was a fantastic storyline with it. What do you think though? Like, should he have turned evil Cena for a little bit, or should they have kept him a face during that
He
time?
should have stayed a face the whole time.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking the exact same thing. I think the face should have been the whole time. I know he wanted to try the heel for a little bit, but I think how they had to change it kind of threw off that storyline a little bit
Yeah.
too. But it also created a cool match between him and Cody Rhodes.
Yeah. And what I really wanted to have, oh, R-Truth. I forgot he had his thing with R-Truth on the retirement tour, which helped boost R-Truth again. Not that he needed boosting, like that man's great, but I think one of the downfalls was his turn. There was this weird feel behind it. It was great, but then it kind of fell off when we never saw boss level Rock again. Like it all seemed to fall apart. I honestly thought something was going to happen in the Gunther match and boss level Rock was going to come out. I think the fact we didn't get that cap on it kind of hurt it a
Mm-hmm.
little bit. But
Mm-hmm.
I think if you look back on, we remember when Cena slapped Kurt Angle and was like, I'm here, ruthless aggression. And then you got to see kind of the Roman Reigns treatment where they were shoving him down our throats and we didn't care. And then he
Yeah.
was the Dr. Thubonomics, and it was like, who is this? Okay. And then it kind of was too played out. Then it was, okay, I get it. Like I'm on board now. But then for him to come out like in we always feel it might be this when the Undertaker, we knew he was getting to the end. We knew this was gonna be his last match. For Cena to come out and say he's doing this year, he's done. We know Cena well enough and he's transparent enough that he's not going to be one of those guys that comes out of retirement and has a match
Yeah.
or he's going to be in the Rumble next year. No. Like Cena's done. And so I think that we got to see it play out from him announcing, hey, I'm missing a step. I know I'm missing a step. I want to give one last final ride. So the fact we got to watch that play out from there to the end. And then there were aspects of when the Cody Rhodes and CM Punk like gave him the belts. Like, I'm 42 years old. I was
Yeah.
getting teary eyed, especially when he was
Yeah.
telling them, like, don't do this, guys. And like, no, we're paying it forward. It was like, fuck, man. And then
Yeah.
when him and Triple H hug and Triple H points that thing, you could see Cena did not know they were going to play that video on him right then.
Right.
Great decision to keep that one picture in picture camera on him to see his reaction. I think
Yeah.
all that added into, all right, this is picture perfect now.
Yeah. It was a good storyline. I agree with you. It was a good one.
Yeah.
I think I'm such a hater on that damn Gunther match.
Oh god.
It's it just spit on my ice cream sundae when I'm watching it. I was like, oh, but
So now
no, it
that
was a dope.
they're clearly obviously leaning towards him and AJ, and we know AJ has said he's hanging up, he's done. Do you think they have Gunther retire AJ?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Because of the fact that they have made it such a point to say Gunther is retiring these legends, kind of like the legend killer with Randy Orton type
That
situation
was
they
a
had
great
him in.
storyline when they were doing that.
Oh my goodness, phenomenal. I think they do because this is supposed to be AJ's last year, from
Yep.
my understanding.
Supposedly.
Yeah, supposedly. I think Gunther retires him, and why wouldn't Gunther retire Chris Jericho? Jericho has this whole year to go.
Fair.
Same thing at the end of it. Gunther makes the sheet. They have their match, and you know, looking towards the future with it. Cause I think that'd be a pretty banger match too. Gunther can
Do
do
we
well
go
with
all
it.
the way with? Do we have Gunther retire Brock Lesnar?
No. Yeah, let's be real. You think Lesnar's ever gonna retire? That man is such a money grabber. Like he gets paid like $3-4 million to go do this with WWE, like whenever he wants. When
Yeah.
they just call him, like, yo, do you want to come back for 3 weeks? Sure, easy couple mil. Like, get out of here. He doesn't do house shows anymore. I don't think he has to go anywhere. He
Yeah.
could come out with that music, and all of a sudden, like everybody,
Yeah.
it's Brock. I just don't
Yeah.
know a WWE without Brock. It's
That's
weird.
fair. That's fair. It's like him retiring. I think that would be, if we were producing the show, that would be a good push for him, though. If there's somehow, I love the Jericho thing you just said, but if we somehow get to a point where he also retires Brock and he is the guy that just keeps retiring all these guys, well, then who comes around and who beats him? Like, how do we Roman Reigns tribal chief him? Where when it was a tribal chief, it was kind of like, for me, not being a John Jones fan, but I'm watching because I want someone to beat John Jones. And I want
Right.
to say I watched when it happened and it never happened. So they did that with Roman Reigns. There was a time when I was over the tribal chief. It was played out, but also, okay, well, then who's going to beat him? I want to watch. I think they could do that aspect with Gunther and just keep having him retire guys. It would eventually have to get to Brock. And if you
Right.
retire Brock, then now you have to go, well, then who's going to stop the guy?
Right.
Yeah.
I just don't know if them two can have like a really great
No,
match.
no.
Like I just don't. I like the Roman Reigns and the Lesnar match is one of my favorite matches when he drove the whole thing into it.
Yeah.
It was
And
great,
Roman caught that microphone.
dude. So slick.
Yeah.
But I just don't know if Gunther and the physicality that Brock wants to bring to it and throw people around isn't Gunther's style of wrestling. I think Gunther is one of the best physical, just outright, just great wrestlers out there. Like we talked about that in the last one. It would be tough again, and I don't think Brock likes putting people over like that all the time. I think he will for certain individuals. I heard stories about him doing it before. Don't know if Gunther's one of those guys though to do it. Plus, isn't Gunther like 34, 35 years old?
Yeah, something like that.
Something
Like
like
if he'd
that.
be
I don't
doing
know
that
if he
much
I don't know if he has a lot more years left in him to do this.
Yeah, it's fair.
Yeah.
But we say that, and how old's LA Knight? And we both want him to have the title and have a push. So
I
that's the
know.
dynamics of wrestling.
I know. He's just, yeah. I also think though, man, I really do think that this Cena thing hurt Gunther. I do. He comes out, he gets booed. Like even AJ Styles. AJ Styles is a big name, but is it a big match? Like, is it a match where we're like, that's a big match that we're gonna go like care a lot about? Like, it's really not. Like
It's
AJ
definitely
Styles
not
is good.
headlining a card, but it could be a co-main event.
Exactly. And that's kind of where like Gunther has fallen back into now. When he was the champion, phenomenal champion. I didn't know who was going to beat him. The fact that he tapped out to main event Jey Uso, nuts to me. I think they should have cheated him out of the title and let Jey win it that way, but that would have not have helped solidify Jey into like a main eventer, which I never thought that he was. I think he's a phenomenal tag team guy with his brother. I think that's why they went back to it to do the tag team again, because they need that kind of weight in that division. But I really do think that the Cena thing just hurt Gunther more than it helped his in ring for sure.
I want to circle back to it. You don't think Jey Uso is a main eventer?
No,
Really?
I don't. I think he's an intercontinental guy. I think he's a U.S. champion guy. I don't think he's a heavyweight champion. He cannot run a storyline by himself. He can't. He's not a Seth Rollins. He's not a CM Punk. He's not an LA Knight on the microphone. He's like a Braun Breaker esque. Like, it is fun to watch the guy. He can do some cool things. He hypes up the crowd. We all yeet when he comes out. But again, his characters was developed as a tag team guy. He was a background guy with the tribal chief. They tried to push him on that stuff. Now, if he would have pinned Roman at the beginning when they fought, that would have been a little bit different. He always got pushed down. And to me, I never liked the main event Jey Uso side of it. They stopped him too many times when he had clean wins and they had his brother jumping in and things like that. They stopped his propelling too many times for me to really care about it.
Okay. So we heard my rivalry. What's your rivalry of the year?
I gave you the rivalry. Mine was Seth and CM.
No, you said that was storyline.
Oh,
And
storyline. Well,
then that was my rivalry.
yeah. Rivalry you didn't send me. So rivalry with it. I mean, it's oh gosh, man. Uh,
I mean, you can copy mine. You can add that to storyline. That's fine. It's great. Like we said, it's great. It's been going on since before CM Punk left. Like it is such a great. The two of them is great.
really is. I mean, it's a phenomenal rivalry because now I blur things in my brain. Like when was I think it was might have been 24 and like Damian Priest going
Yeah.
against the Judgment Day. Like that was really fun with Finn Balor and everything. Like I enjoyed all that stuff. I still wish they'd bring back the monster or the monster part of it of Finn Balor, but
The demon.
the demon,
Why
yes,
haven't they? Like it's gone away, and I'm like, hold on, what do we do? Like that is money. Let's go.
money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoy that one. Yeah, I mean it would have to be those two for rivalry. It's not much more of a rivalry that's out there that's ever been like you felt like it was super real.
Yeah. And that's one of the things that when I'm teaching people or people are asking me questions of these two guys do not like each other, and it's not fake scripted. They work together. They do not like each other, but when they get in that ring, they respect that it's business enough that they're not actually hurting each other. They
Yeah,
care, like they want to make money together and continue. So they don't want anyone to get hurt. But
right.
in that ring, they do not like each other.
Yeah, the chemistry's there. They
Yeah.
do such good work together. It's fantastic. I agree.
What do you? I have one big one. I'm curious what yours is. What would you like to see in 2026 from WWE?
So I thought about this a lot, and unfortunately, I'm gonna have to go back like and date myself with this because I want to see the storylines like they did with the CM Punk we talked about, like in his pool, like hanging out. I flipping love the built up storylines that take you out of the ring and do more with the outside, like show you like a real life type situations with it. That's why the Attitude Era with Vince in the hospital and Stone Cold beating his ass
Yeah.
with a pan with a bedpan. I enjoy those storylines so much that I feel really engaged with it. I'm like, oh, dope, dude. What if he came to my window and like that? It's like
Yeah.
you get like really enthralled with it all. I enjoy that. I want to see more of those storylines, not the quick, just not this quick. We're done in 2 weeks ones. Build up a couple characters that are just going to be rad to want to watch again because like the Tribal Chief was great. Just don't play it out for 3 years for us. But I'd like to see more of that development with people who are good on the microphone.
That's fair.
I really would like to see that more of that, and not the dang the predictable stuff with these storylines. If I'm able to think about this, like that's going to be predictable. Like
Yeah.
Triple H has been doing this for so long, he should be coming up with concepts that you and I aren't sitting here on a podcast going like, I mean, that's what we would do, and then it happens on the next Rob. Like,
That's
damn
fair.
it.
Yeah. Like CM Punk showing up at what War Game? What was it? War Games? When did he come back? Hell in a Cell.
Those war
Showed up at
games.
Chicago when he came back, and none of us saw that
Oh,
coming.
that yeah,
I
yeah,
want
yeah.
more stuff like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's a big thing. Like bring back some of these guys, or if they're gonna bring up if you're gonna bring in TNA guys and things like they did with Randy Orton and Joe Hendry, right? That even that one match was rad to see him come out there, and it made that guy's millennium getting to do it. I enjoy the surprises that we get, not
Yeah.
just the same rinse and repeat that they were doing for a little bit there.
Yep. I'm gonna date myself too with what you just said. Remember when Stone Cold came to Brian Pillman's house
Yes,
and he pulls the
yes,
gun and it fades to black? It was like, what are we
yes,
doing?
dude. I was in for
Yep.
all of that.
100%.
It was amazing. Like, yeah, Undertaker at the graveyard, like walking, doing his scenes like that, like the promos. Like promos can be done anywhere, and like what they can do with them nowadays with CGI or anything else could be phenomenal. Lean more into that. Like I actually really enjoyed it, and they even did like the Rock and Mankind. They did that match in a closed arena, and
Oh,
when
I remember that.
Mankind
Yeah, I
beat the
quit match.
Rock,
Yeah.
that was dope. Like
Yep.
that was cool to watch. We didn't need the arena to be present. That they could even do fun things like that. Get out of the box and do something different for us this year, because they have the audience right now. Like they have the push they needed, and now they're selling out these arenas again. People are back into WWE again. Don't let it fade. It faded for a little bit there, and people lost interest in it.
Mine is the stupid deal with ESPN needs to be fixed. That now I have to pay more for ESPN that I already was paying in order to get their only pay-per-views. Like it's not like I'm watching Raw and Smack. It's only for pay-per-views. So if we're not going to get rid of that, make it the old school way where I'll drop $50 to watch just the pay-per-view. I don't need ESPN added to it, like, but you can't. You have to get this bundle. You have to just like that bothers the hell out of me. And then the fact of why am I watching so many commercials on a pay-per-view?
Oh yeah.
What are we doing?
Yeah, that's dumb.
That was dumb.
Yeah.
I want that to go away and get fixed in 2026.
Yeah, the ESPN thing, the whole partnership with them is really obnoxious. I mean, I like that they're adding a lot of like the Raws and things like that, like they had on Peacock before, and they moved it over there. I will if they ever went to a pay to play system, I would never watch another pay per view for them. They're not worth it. It's too inconsistent for me to enjoy their pay per views.
That's fair.
So I would I do enjoy. I do like what ESPN. Okay. The thing about ESPN, you have to have a TV provider to have ESPN. That's obnoxious to me. Like I have to take from somebody else's TV provider, even though I'm paying for ESPN to watch wrestling. Now I have to do that. That makes zero sense. If you're paying $24, $25 a month, whatever it is like that, I shouldn't have to have a TV provider. I got rid of my TV provider so I can get stupid ESPN to watch you guys.
Yep.
Like
exactly.
That's obnoxious.
Yep.
Yeah.
That bothers me the most. Yeah. Like who thought this deal through and thought this was going to be a good idea?
Oh, the billionaires that are just going like, haha, the Mr. Burnses of the world.
But then you added the fact of I'm watching a pay-per-view and yet I'm watching how many commercials? What are we doing?
Yeah. What are we paying for? Like what we're paying for all the contracts and everything with it. And then if they're moving to ESPN, is WWE going to change to the PG or is it going to stay PG-13? Like, cause UFC was on ESPN, right? So like, what are we going to do with that?
For? Yeah.
Yep.
What has there been a swing up or is it mellowed out for WWE cards?
A swing up for cards for sure. It's been a swing up. They're just, the problem is like they haven't came out with like blaster boxes, mega boxes, things like that of a lot of different ones. They've done more UFC than they have for WWE. And when they do come out with the WWE, they're just too damn expensive. Yeah. We need to go back to like some like basic bitch cards, bro, and get back to those for like the true WWE collectors, and it's fun to open. AEW is doing it right with Upper Deck right now. They have just basic hobby boxes. I'm getting it for 60. I'm putting them out there for $90. Like they're under $100. They have hobby boxes. They have memorabilia patches in there. They have signatures. They came out with AEW had a box that it was game used basically, right? In there, they put the fork from the match when he was getting poked in the forehead with the fork
from Jon Moxley.
From Jon Moxley's match, they put that in one of the boxes for somebody to find. That's what we're missing. Like with this card game, they can go nuts with it. They can do some fun things. Like WWE, they're coming out with it all. They're wearing like the debut patches, and they're gonna have like Cody Rhodes had that patch on his boot during the big match. They are doing things like that. That takes a lot of individuals out of being able to buy that. I own a shop and I'm not buying the box that card's going to come into. That's way too expensive and out of my collecting realm. Like if I pull it, great. If I see it one day, so cool. I'll never be able to like open that box for the high hundreds or $1,000s that box is actually going to be for us to do it.
So why do you think, because why would Topps not be essentially doing what back in the day when WCW and WWE, they knew they were competition. They were trying to outdo each other. Why would Topps not be looking at Upper Deck and be going, we need to start doing that with this wrestling stuff?
It's not competition. Upper Deck is a rad company for hockey. They're the only ones who do hockey cards, and they have AEW and like they have some like Batman, have DC stuff. Fanatics is a giant. And as to where Upper Deck is good at what they do, Fanatics is, they're a huge monster in this game that can just crank it out to all the shops and say, you're allocated these, sell them. Breakers will sell them and they're going to go nuts. Upper Deck doesn't do breaking. They only let the shop sell inside. There's a handful of people that can sell online, but you have to apply for that through Upper Deck. They don't let you do anything with their product besides sell it in the shop. And that's a very old school way of thinking about it. We need to get it out to the masses to be able to get up to the Fanatics type of thing. Because Fanatics, they're that marketing machine that they have behind them. Anything that they put out for WWE, they're gonna have a million commercials about it on Netflix, on ESPN, and everything else like that. Upper Deck does not. So it's like apples to oranges with them, unfortunately.
But if they're, how you just said, they're doing better things with their AEW cards, why isn't Topps copying that model with their wrestling cards.
They are, but they're going too expensive. The
Oh,
debut patches on their boots, the WrestleMania moments type of stuff, they are, but their boxes are $500,
yeah,
$600.
we're not buying that. I'm not buying that for a
Exactly.
Cody Rhodes patch.
Not a chance. But you know what you'll buy is that Cody Rhodes patch. You'll buy the separate when it comes out. Somebody else can open up that $1,000 box, but when that Cody Rhodes patch goes to for $100, easy peasy. I'll
Yeah,
buy that. But now that guy spent 1,000 just to recoup back that 100.
yeah, that's fair.
Blaster, like UFC, they did it well in 21. They did it well 21, 22. They'd have like Chronicles boxes through Panini, and those are I just ordered a ton from my shop because people love those, especially for like Ilya and people who were like the rookies back then with O'Malley. They're only $10 a box. Like that's
Yep.
it. How
Yep.
freaking how fun is that to collect all of your superstars that you want to collect? That's what they're missing is that part of it. Because now like flagship for baseball, $220. I was a $95 box like 3 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And I get things have to change, prices have to change, but it's changing a lot. It's changing, it's drastic, and it's pricing out. Unfortunately, it's pricing out a large chunk of the individuals who love ripping stuff. But then it does help the single cards though.
Or this is way left field, but I'm just curious because we both know I'm a golf fanatic. Is Liv the only one that does trading cards for golf? They're the only
No.
ones I see out there. I went to what's it called in Renton? DJ's.
Oh yeah, DJ Sports Cards rad. Shout out to
But
DJ.
I remember where their old shop used to be.
Mhm.
And I went there and it's not there. I was like, wait, there's no way these guys aren't in business. And I look them up. I'm like, oh, they moved down the street. I go there. And the differences of when I used to go to that shop and I go there, I went by there now and I'm like, oh yeah, this game has changed. Like good on him. He's, a historic, he's royalty in this game here. Good on him. I'm glad it's several times. Like it's great. I'm biased to you in your shop, but it's great. Just like I like the collector's corner. I like the guys down there. Everybody's great. I'm partial to your shop. You're just an hour and a half away from me, but you're always my
Right.
favorite shop. But seeing this game change. So I went in there. I'm looking around and I found Live box set blaster boxes.
Yeah.
And they had them on the sale table for $19. And I was like, are you sure? I'll take two of these.
Yeah.
And I brought them home with them. And Bryson DeChambeau is my favorite. I'm trying to set out to do what you said. What is it? Collecting the rainbow.
The rainbow. Yeah.
So I have a base, a green refractor. I bought a purple graded, I think it's a 9.5 refractor, just because how we were talking about the art of the photo. It's not an action shot. It's him walking off a green, tipping his hat.
Yep.
I like that. I would have a poster of that on my wall if I was in high school. So that's why I'm collecting these cards. But now he might be leaving. Brooks is gone. Will that make the cards go up or down that they're not with Liv anymore?
I don't know if they can get much more down than they already are. When Liv first came out, the boxes were hot. They had color blasts. We couldn't keep it in stock. Now I have 3 or 4 boxes of hobby on my shelf that I can't give away. Like it's just actually I can give away because when I see you on the 31st of this month, they're going to be in your hands. But it's unfortunately nobody really cares as much about golf to buy the cards with it. Playing it, relaxing with it, that's a blast. Like after the initial like hype of and excitement of it, it just like you saw DJ's $19 and $19 is even too much for those blaster boxes.
Yeah.
They're fun, but they don't, baseball piece of a cleat inside of there. Like, man, do something crazy like that.
Yeah, put a freaking golf ball, put a tee, put anything in there. Like,
cut a golf ball into a bunch of pieces, have them sign the golf ball piece.
Yeah.
Who's not looking for that?
I love when I go golfing, I put on my Instagram stories of when I find someone blasted a ball and it's busted or cracked. I always just take a photo of it and I play the David Bowie Heroes song because you can tell someone smacked the hell out of the. You know how long I've been golfing and I've never busted a golf ball like this. Like, what are you doing?
No, I've hit it off so many trees. I've never busted a golf ball like that.
Like, what are you doing? Like, this thing is cracked. Like, what are we? And it's like there'll be like chunks missing, and you're like, did you use a bat? Like, what did you do to this ball?
Yeah, seriously.
Is Liv the only trading card for golfing out there?
No, Upper Deck has some golf ones as well that they do. Very, very, very few and far between. Again, because Upper Deck is the only one that has Michael Jordan and Tiger Woods. So, and Tiger Woods cards are with the Upper Deck stuff that you get. but that's really it though. Nobody else does anything, and if they do, it's super one-off ones that nobody knows about.
Have you seen it? Apparently, they started their second season. I'd never heard of it until this season, and it's one of the reasons I'm going to have to get ESPN now. The TGL golf
The
in the
virtual
SoFi
one,
Arena.
the one where that Tiger Woods did.
Yeah, have you seen this
Yeah,
thing?
yeah, I've watched every season so far.
I haven't. I didn't. I literally didn't know. And then, the dude that was Ryder Cup, Captain Keegan, is
Yeah.
on a team. Fowler's on a team. I was like, wait, what is this? So then I had to go back on YouTube, watch it. Wanted to watch when they did their first match was last week. They just did the second one. But
Wait,
it's
are
on
we talking about the
ESPN.
same thing? We're not talking about the virtual reality thing that Tiger Woods
Yeah, where
puts
it's
on?
in SoFi
Yeah.
Arena or something. Yeah, they just
This is
started
they.
their second season just started.
Oh, the second season just okay. I think the second episode. Yeah, yeah,
No,
yeah.
no, the second
Yeah, second
season.
season did.
But like I
Yes.
didn't know about the first. I knew nothing about this until I started seeing these guys talking about it. I was like, what? And so then I watched the guys from the Good Golf YouTube channel. They got to go play there, and the dudes who created it are there with them, teaching them how the green rotates and it can change. And I'm like, wait,
Yeah.
what? And so then I watched that literally the night before the next season's supposed to start. I want to watch the next season. I have to have cable TV and either watch it on ABC or I have to pay for ESPN and watch it there. And I'm like, what? Come on,
And have
man.
cable
But
TV.
what?
And have cable TV.
Yeah. And I'm like, come on, man, because it looks nuts.
Yeah.
Nuts.
It's fun. The cheering, the crowds, and things like that indoors is a cool to see. Like if they're in the bunker, like how the bunker system works on there and how they can change the green pattern.
They can throw
Yeah,
the
it's
hammer.
Oh, it's so fun.
Dude.
Yeah, I enjoyed watching the first season. We'd have that on in the shop. We'd have it in there watching it. Yeah.
Are you allowed
And
to
some of
tell
the
me
big
what you're
names.
buying this morning?
What's that?
Are you allowed to tell me what you were buying this morning?
Oh,
I don't know if it's like an insider deal because you're a shop thing, so it's secret. But
no, it's on the website. It was pristine, Topps Pristine Baseball. So it's like a nesting doll pack. So that comes out every year. It has 6 packs per box, 8 cards per pack. Yes, that's what it is. Okay. But what you have is you have one big pack. You open it, you have a card, but then you have another wrapper on that with a card within the card. And then you open it again, and you have a pack within the card and the card. It's a nesting doll pack. It is so rad. It's an encased autograph, but then like when you open it, you have your encased autograph, but in front of it will be another wrap. And you unwrap that, and it'll have like 3 cards in it. But then it'll also have a wrapper in the back to open it again. It's fun. They're like $700-800 for the box. I just don't know if I'm going to get allocated any, so I have to go on Topps website, like the general public, and buy what I can. It hit the timer. I refreshed it to make sure my page is good. Cases sold out instantly. Regular boxes available. They moved the basketball from today to tomorrow. Tomorrow, Topps Midnight Basketball comes out. The bots are going to grab that so fast. There's going to be zero chance that I have any opportunity to have that for my shop. The bots are going to snag that thing so quick. I got to talk to Omar how to create a freaking bot with all this AI crap he's doing, because it's stupid crazy.
Yeah. That's the thing. I went to Topps website and I was looking for like their card and like even their single cards of wrestlers. Like everything is just sold out, and I'm like, how? Like, how do you guys just not have stuff? Like it's super, which I get and good on them, but it's how you were saying, like having to rely on eBay or Look Well or reach out to you. It was one of the reasons I went by DJs, just look around, and they have. You said UFC doesn't do the blaster packs yet, or yeah. They have, when it's not the blaster box, it's the little
mega
thin box with a bunch of cards. What is that called?
Well, it depends on like which one, but they have mega boxes. There's blasters, there's mega, and there's hobby, like with those ones. Yeah.
So they had the one that has, I don't know, let's say 6 packs in it, something like that.
Okay.
They're selling the pack, which is what, 6 cards, 7 cards, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
For $80.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, but hold on. No, like the whole thing, $80, but one pack, hold on.
Yeah.
So then I was looking around to see like where else nope. That was all they had. Was they had 2 of those boxes, one open, and each thing was 80. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah. It's because of how much those boxes are now. That's exactly what I'm saying. It's unfortunately pricing people out of the hobby, being able to buy them, but then they'll go buy the single. In that $80 pack, you're probably going to pull $2-3 of cards.
Yep. That's my problem.
Then you're gonna go back and you're gonna go to the dollar box. You can go to WWE and you're gonna go find that card that you wanted from that pack and buy it for $1.
Yep.
That's where it's at.
But then on the flip side of that, for the Blaster Topps Finest, I dropped $50 at Collector's Corner on the UFC ones. You know, I pulled some good cards that you'll look at for me. We'll see what they're worth or what we can do with them, like whatever. But I also pulled a green refractor Donald Cerrone Hall of Fame celebration. That's one of those like well, that's a Holy Grail card I didn't know existed, and it's in the top loader hard case, and it's over there, and it won't see the light of day except for to come show you to be like, bro, look what I got. But that's never getting sold.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with spending the money on that because that's my dude, and that's an amazing card.
Yep, I agree. But like we said, you buy the single. You weren't going to go buy like we open up the finest at the show. Those are $350 boxes, $400 boxes. That one card is more special to you that you can just go pick up that single card.
Yep.
Like I just did a put out on my TikTok about, you know, buy the singles that you want. Don't go buy the boxes to chase those guys. Buy the singles and collect those guys. If you want to flip them, buy the singles with it. That's
my thought process, is finding that Cerrone card. I didn't know that card was out there. I'm not going and looking at a website for, what cards are out there. It's more fun ripping it, finding out. Like I have the 2010, 2011 UFC cards. I have Donald Cerrone WEC cards. Like he's my favorite. So not knowing that card was out there, ripping packs with the kid and pull that. Oh, that's precious to me. Like that's great.
Absolutely. I agree.